What's up, brothers and sisters? Welcome back to African Past. Thank you for coming to watch our videos and for subscribing. So, what is happening in Niger this week? Niger has informed the German, American, Belgian, and Italian diplomatic representations that it will begin a renegotiation of the agreement, which served as the basis for the presence of their military forces on Nigerian territory. Isn't that a wonderful idea? I want a great action, because they are saying that the German, American, Belgium, and Italian diplomatic need to go so that they can renegotiate. Do you know why they are renegotiating? So this one analyst from Niger who was talking to Sputnik, you know Sputnik, the Russian media, and he said that West maintains insecurity in Niger to exploit resources. So that's what he said. And Niger authorities are planning to review a number of foreign military cooperation agreements. First of all, this will affect the states that have a military contingent in the country. Last week, the last French soldiers stationed in Niger left the West African country at the request of the Nigerian authorities. Foreign military bases in Niger do not even have trained military personnel. Instead, their staff are often civilian and military engineers who come to conduct research on mineral and subsoil resources.
So it's not even military trained personnel.
Yeah.
These are just, what do you call them?
They are experts in subsoil
fields,
and minerals.
Yeah.
So they are not trained personnel. That's
here
what
to look for the minerals, here to mark where there are minerals and then steal.
Yeah. Wow. That's what they say. And this was an analyst. His name is Magagi, and I think he's a former inspector general who was saying this. And he's saying that there used to be no military bases in Niger. It was the French who were involved in 1974 coup d'etat, and now we've asked them to leave. Thanks to these military bases, the Westerners maintain insecurity in order to distract the leaders of the countries where their bases are located. So they distract you, and on the other hand, they exploit our resources.
It's time for them to go, honestly.
Yeah, so we already know what happens there. But what we didn't know is that these guys do not have trained military personnel.
And the reason they cannot train the military of these countries, because
they are not trained
They
themselves.
are not trained military. They are just wearing the military uniform, and you think this is a military officer carrying a gun. He's just carrying a gun to protect himself from anything. Africa has been played for the longest time, and if our presidents never wake up from this, I mean, nobody will help us but ourselves.
So former Inspector General Makagi continues and say it's this kind of Western exploitation that is behind Niamey's decision to call for the revision of these agreements. He noted that some of them will certainly be cancelled. He also noted that despite the presence of these foreign military bases in Niger, terrorist groups continue to wreak havoc in our villages and towns, creating terror everywhere. In quote, he says, "It was an evil that they spread throughout the national territory, and since we started to get these military bases to leave, we've seen the fight against insecurity is producing impressive results, especially with the pooling of efforts and resources of Liptako-Guma countries," that is the AES, Alliance of Sahel States. He said, referring to the joint efforts of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger against terrorist groups.
The way I'm understanding this is that this is fake military, which is not trained, just experts in other fields, being protected by terrorists now who are trained to protect, to kill, to whatever.
Exactly.
So the military here is the terrorists. And these guys posing in military uniform, those are the experts, I mean, minerals and whatever fields that has to do with finding out where minerals are and stealing our minerals. So when we say France and all of these guys are the perpetrators of terrorism in Africa, the terrorists themselves serve as the army of these countries, protecting their
you hear what
experts.
he said? He's sure that some of them will certainly be cancelled. Then he also said something. He says, thanks to Russia material aid and thanks to the equipment that Russia has donated today, the Malian army is in the process of regaining all the territory occupied by terrorists. It is no secret that these terrorists are armed by France. France maintains insecurity in the Sahel for geostrategic and geopolitical reasons. He added, France has been mining our uranium for more than 50 years, but we still have problems with electrifying our villages and towns.
Imagine that. They can't even hide and, develop the place just a little. No. How much money does it take to develop? To even, usually, connect some electricity in these villages just to hide and say we are here to help you guys.
And they usually extract it for free. Remember, they print the papers, they get the minerals, the papers are kept in the reserves. And these reserves, you can only get your money as a loan.
They threaten you if you don't give us your report, your budget, whatever, you won't get the money.
He also expressed hope that Russia will finally help the West African nations achieve electrical independence. He says, now thanks to this cooperation which the countries of the Alliance of South States have renewed with Russia, we believe that there will be an improvement in security, and Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger will have time to deal with economy and finance. When we create our own currency, we'll be able to trade with the BRICS countries and all those emerging countries that can do win-win cooperation with us.
That's it.
And also individual people who want to do business with Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali in a win-win cooperation.
Our brothers and sisters in the diaspora have been
those
so
in the motherland
excited about this and being so supportive through ADDI. We've seen them joining and participating in investments and rebuilding our motherland.
So guys, you see, it's no longer a secret. This is what they have been doing, and now Niger is saying German, American and Belgian and Italian diplomatic representation have to come for a renegotiation. We need to know what they've been doing there and what they want to continue.
Exactly. And the conditions in which they'll be doing whatever they want to do.
And if they will be allowed to access the mineral areas and all that. So, they are best in where the terrorists are. That is where the minerals are. They do their research. They send the reports. But this time, mashallah.
And Africa has been quiet. It's time for us to talk about these things until change is seen. And we are glad that AES is taking the change that we need to see in this continent.
So guys, let us know what you think about this renegotiation with Belgium, American, German and Italian diplomacies about their military bases in Niger.
Why should they even have military bases? That's my question. We don't need them.
Yeah, we don't need them, but we all know it's about mineral resources. Let us know what you think. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye.